Hello and welcome to CI1000 Week 4. My name is Rose Gossin. I am an instructor with Ultimate Medical Academy. Congratulations on your learning progress. During this week, you will learn how to conduct a web search on a given topic. I'm here to share a lesson with you to enhance this week's content. The internet or the library. Which should you use? Well, the internet is not a substitute for the library. It is, though, a tool best used in addition to the traditional research resources. And because each resource has its benefits and limitations that the other one doesn't, we want to make sure that you examine the pros and the cons or the benefits and disadvantages of both the library and the internet information. There's benefits to both the library and the internet. Some of the benefits of using the library is that it uses a universal cataloging system that classifies and organizes the resources. It's not haphazard. It houses professional books, newspapers, and all kind of other resources that have been edited and reviewed prior to their publication. It also provides free access to journals, magazines, and other print work. The internet also has its advantages because it's online 24/7. Their websites are constantly being updated to provide breaking news and timely information. And it also provides an opportunity for two-way communication through email, listservs, and news groups. Some other benefits of the library is that it often has archived materials, newspapers, and magazines. You can go to the library and find information that goes back many years. The library offers free internet, thank goodness, and many of you as students have used it, but it offers free internet connections and other electronic resources that you may want. And best of all, and I think this applies to the Ultimate Medical Academy virtual library, has a knowledgeable and reference librarian to help you locate resources. What would we do if we didn't have those excellent librarians? We certainly do have one. The internet also has its benefits because some sites feature rare books and documents and special collections that you traditionally don't find in libraries. And then it has a lot of multimedia information, text, videos, and interactive features that you may not have access to all in one place. There are some disadvantages to the library. There are resources that can be checked out by others. If you ever gone to the library and they didn't have the book that you wanted, so if you have a virtual library, that may help to alter that situation. The library's publications cannot always provide up-to-date news or information like a website can. The internet also has some disadvantages that you should be aware of. It has no system that catalogs or organizes all of the resources. And as you may know, anyone with an internet connection can publish a website and information. So you have to be careful about the validity and accuracy of that information. Reliability is also important. Reliability of the information is not guaranteed. Archived materials might only date back for several years. The internet access is not often free. Some of it is not free. And it does not have a knowledgeable librarian who can help you find resources. Fortunately, at Ultimate Medical Academy, you do have access to a wonderful librarian, and it's a free service. When searching the internet, you will likely use a search engine. A search engine is the most common tool used to locate information. Some of those that you may be familiar with is Yahoo and Google. They're just a couple of examples of search engines that have been created to meet the demand for quickly finding information. Let's look at the Google search engine. When you look at the Google search engine, this is the home page. And notice there are some keyword functions. You can do an advanced search, and then there's a directory. And these are options that are provided for easy searching and browsing. There are a lot of other search engines that you may be aware of in addition to Google and Yahoo. There's Alta Vista, Ask Jeeves, Vivissimo, Tioma, and there are a lot of others that you may want to try because one search engine may not be enough when you're researching information. It's important to know that not all search engines deliver the same results. And there are two things that you really should know. First, different search engines search different databases for the information that you specify in your search query. And some of those databases are more sophisticated and more detailed than others. The second thing that you should know is that the organization of the search result varies depending on the search engine that you're using. You may want to do a comparison between two search engines to see how the information is displayed. Generally, the results at the top of the page are what the search engine interprets as the most relevant to your search. So at the top of the page, on that very first page, you're going to see the information that your search engine thinks is what you want and is most relevant. Ask yourself, what do you want to know? It's great to start with creating a search strategy before you start your search. The first step is to formulate a research question, and you'll start by writing specific research questions like, what do I want to know? What do I want to know about? I want to know about volcanoes. Volcanoes. Doing this is going to help you narrow your topic and determine exactly what information you need. So some questions you might want to ask yourself is, how do volcanoes form? What causes volcanoes to erupt? What happens when volcanoes erupt? And so on. These are just questions to help you in your search strategy. Secondly, you want to list the possible sources of information. Before you go online, you want to know where you're going to go. It's kind of like using the GPS. You want to know what and where you want to go to try to find this information. Try to identify any sources that might have information on your topic, such as government agencies, museums, university science departments, and so on. Next, you want to brainstorm the possible media elements. For example, you might look for video clips or 3D animation, photographs and maps of active or inactive volcanoes, audio interviews, or volcanologists. So you want to search for information. It may be a media element, or you might want to look for documents or journals. But you want to do a brainstorm so that you can search effectively. Next, you want to identify keywords. When you did your brainstorming, you want to go back through that and kind of circle the keywords that you found. Review the questions, sources, and elements that you brainstorm in steps 1 through 3 and circle those keywords. Your list of keywords might look something like volcanoes, form, active volcanoes, inactive volcanoes. So you want to look at all of those to kind of narrow it down. In step 5, you're going to begin your search using a search engine. And we've already talked about those search engines. There are a lot of them. You're going to use the keywords to identify that you've gotten in step 4 to develop your search query. And a good trick and best practice is to try to use several combination of keywords and multiple search engines. Once you have completed your search, you want to refine your search. One common type of advanced search is called Boolean search. Boolean search. With Boolean searches, you can increase the accuracy of your searches by specifying the relationship among the keywords and the phrases that you received or that you identified in your brainstorming effort. You're going to take those and then you can use them in your Boolean search. The most commonly used Boolean operators include and, or, and not. So and searches, in this example, sports and baseball. The Boolean operator and tells the search engine to search for all documents that contain both words in your query. When using or, sports or baseball, the Boolean operator or broadens or widens the search to include all documents that contain either words. And when you use a not search, sports not baseball, the Boolean operator not excludes any unwanted terms from your search. Now it's time for you to complete and evaluate your search. When you evaluate your search, you want to evaluate it by the content, Is the information on the site objective or biased? You want to evaluate it by navigation. Is the site well organized and easy to navigate? The creation date. Does the site indicate where it was first created and last updated? And then you're going to look at the extension, look at the URL specifically to make sure that it is a valid URL. When you are searching, it's important that you search wisely. This is to make sure that you have a strategy before you begin your search. No matter which tool you're using, always formulate your questions and identify the specific keywords before going online. Then you want to refine your search. Go beyond the simple keyword searches. Use more than one keyword or phrase to make sure your search is specific. You also want to make sure that you diversify. Experiment using different search tools, different search engines to help you with your collection of ideas, to give you a variety and give some depth to your search. And then you want to stay focused. Stay focused because it's easy to be distracted on the web. There are many different things that will pop up. There are some websites where ads pop up first. So you want to stay focused. And then you want to vary your sites. Although the search will increase the quality of the results that you find, it may take a little more time, but you want to vary your search. Now, as you reflect on this topic and prepare to do the rest of the work for this week, I want you to use this content material, the readings that's in your course room, the interactives, the research that you will now know how to even better complete, and any other reliable source to maximize your learning. I want to encourage you to keep strong and thank you.